It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Blue Mountain Brewery, and it's a bottle of their Altmighty Du sseldorf style alt beer, coming in at 6.6% ABV. There you go. Blue bottle cap. Let's get this beer out into a glass and see what we get. And to be honest, that was a bit of a tongue twister. I took about 5 takes to get that right. Nice smoke on the opening. At this stage of the review, I'd like to thank our channel sponsors, beersofeurope.co.uk, the largest online beer store in the UK with fabulous beers from all around the world really. Belgium, America, I've had some beer from the Ukraine, great beer from the UK, Italy, you name it, Germany. Just, if you've been on holiday, if you've been away working and you want something decent to bring back home, or not to bring back home, to try while you're home, check out beersofeurope.co.uk. They'll generally have that beer they want. So, this Dusseldorf style alt beer then. Let's see what it's like. It's very pretty. Looking at that beer in the glass, look at that. It's a lovely look to the beer. Nice levels of carbonation rising up the glass. It's a one finger white head. It's a mahogany stroke amber coloured ale. The clarity is clear. Let's get the aroma. Yeah. And it's almost like you've opened up a bag of grain and you've got a handful of grain and you've stuck it under your nose. There's a lot of fresh grain aroma coming from this beer. It smells a little dry. It smells quite sweet. Almost smells like wort. It really does. It's a lovely aroma. I'm a big fan of wort. Slightly spicy, malty, bready, caramelly. I'm going to dive into this one. Cheers. To be honest with you, it's very nice. I do like wort. I do. It tastes like wort. This is the closest beer ever that I've ever drunk in nearly 2,000 beers that just tastes like plain old wort. I mean carbonated wort. But it's the best way I can describe it. It's almost as though they forgot to put the yeast in and it's still very, very sweet. Really sweet beer, but naturally sweet, not sugar added sweet. It's very kind of malty sweet. Lots of caramel then. Lots of grain taste. It's a bit of a strange one. I mean, look at the carbonation. It's obviously fermented. There's a nice longing kind of hallertau hop bitterness on the back end. I don't think alt beers are meant to be as sweet as this, to be honest. Do I like it? I'll be perfectly honest with you guys and say I'm not a fan of overly sweet things in general, so For my personal palate, no. I don't really like it. I do like wort, especially on a cold day. Get some nice warm wort in you. Brilliant, I like that. But as a beer, I mean, the novelty of wort is very different, isn't it, from a bottle of beer. When you get wort, you're generally at a brewery. It's either a brewery tour, or you're meeting a friend who's brewing, or you're brewing right here in the kitchen, or in your kitchen. But it's very different than when you want to when you open a beer expecting it to be tasting like a nice bitter, bready, malty, biscuity beer, and then you get a beer that takes you back to the very start of the brewing process almost, where it's just like wort. There's caramel in there. It's biscuity. But it's way too sweet. Way too sweet for me then. Okay, so that is the Evan Altmighty Du sseldorf style alt beer. Yeah, I'm going to say I'm not a fan. For me, I'm going to give this a pretty low 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Put your comments in the comments box. Please subscribe to our daily beer reviews, and cheers.